Hello everybody and welcome back. I am the Sovereign and this is my court. I don't know what I titled this video, but it's probably something like, we are here to talk about the caucasity of Ryland Adams. Now, if this is your first time here in my court, welcome. How are you doing? Please make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave so that I can see your beautiful face again. Usually, I'm very upbeat here on this channel. I am very positive and uplifting. Everybody in my court is. They're very wonderful, fabulous, very nice people. Please join us. But I do like to use my platform to speak about important issues and not just all the frilly, wonderful, fabulous things in the world, right? I want to use my voice to speak up about certain things every now and then. Now, there's a lot of black girls on YouTube that do a lot of heavy lifting. You ladies do a lot of heavy lifting, and I can admit that, you know what? I need to help you out more. I need to help you girlies out a little bit more. There's a lot of black women on the platform doing a lot of heavy lifting, and I'm going to let you girls take the day off. I got this one because Ryland Adams thought he was going to slip through with putting out this little disclaimer before the rest of his video that he did earlier today, and Ryland, you thought you were going to go unchecked. You thought, but I'm policing the gates today, and I have some things to say. Number one, I am not going to be upset at Ryland for giving a disclaimer. That was actually a very responsible thing to do. Because it would have been kind of silly to think that Ryland, who is the fiance of Shane Dawson, for those of you who don't know Shane, you should know Shane by now. If you don't know Shane Dawson, I got videos on that too. But Ryland is Shane's fiance, and he hasn't been posting videos since this whole Shane thing has been going down. And as far as I've seen, no one's really been coming for Ryland. Ryland's been fine, but Ryland has decided that he wants to come back to YouTube and start posting videos as he is able to do. Now, it would have been silly to think that he could come back to YouTube and kind of ignore what was clearly going on around him and with his family. So it was responsible for Ryland to come out and be like, I need to address this. Absolutely, he had to address it. So I'm not faulting him for speaking about it at all, because we have to be honest, YouTube would have dragged him if he had come back on YouTube and pretended like nothing was going down. So it is very responsible of him to address it. However, the way he did it was wrong. And before we get into the little bit that he said in his video, I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. Ryland has come out and spoken, and his sisters come out and spoken. There's people coming out and speaking for Shane Dawson. No, you're not about to come on here for Shane, speak for him, and try to smooth the waters of YouTube. Nope, I'm making ripples. Because that's not going to be that easy. You're not going to do that. So let's get into what he actually had to say. I wasn't sure I was going to make this video. I ran some errands for my mom, and I'm thinking, I'll cool down by the time I get home and I won't film today. Because you see, I'm in my lounge clothes, okay? This is a lounge clothes day. But you know what? I did break a thumbnail again. So clearly I'm irritated. So let's get into this. Okay, like I said, I'm giving Ryland his chips. I'm giving Ryland his snacks. He did right by acknowledging the situation, absolutely. And he said in his video, I didn't want to insert myself. Honestly, you should have stayed on that path. You should never have inserted yourself, Ryland, because nobody was coming for Ryland. I'm not going to fault somebody for what their family does. I know some people do, but I would hope that no one would ever fault me for what my brothers decide to do in the future or what my mother decides to do in the future. And I am not ever, regardless of how much I love them, I'm not going to co-sign anything bad my family does, and my brothers know it. I may not drag them on the internet, but best believe that what I say on the internet is so much kinder to what I do to my family. So they know not to embarrass me anywhere, ever. So I'm not going to co-sign, but no one really expected Ryland to drop Shane. I don't think anybody expected that. So it was good that he acknowledged it, and I'm trying to give him his crackers before I rip into him. Now, Ryland in his video was saying, you know, I would never take this pain away from you. I would never say that you have to forgive someone. But at the same time, he's like, but I would hope that we would get to the point that we would forget the past and champion change and, you know, transformation and things. And I'm just like, Ryland, you're not slick, okay? You're not slick. You're cute, but you're not slick. That is exactly what he did by saying this little bit. He's encouraging people. Like, he's saying it's in the past, and, you know, it's so long ago, and this comes up every single year. Ryland, please keep your privilege out of my face. Keep your privilege out of my face. And I know maybe you didn't realize it, but and I'm not just talking about his white privilege, okay? I'm talking about all the privilege, because Ryland is not understanding that when he's sitting in front of us, me and you and the rest of the court, he's saying, but I know Shane, and I've loved this man, and of course he's changed. Ryland, You have privilege when it comes to Shane. Of course, Shane's never been mean to you. Of course, Shane has never like insulted you on that level. He's never been racist against you. So you do not get to then sit in front of me and the rest of the black community or the rest of the YouTube world and be like, but Shane's nice. No, Ryland, Shane was nice to you. Don't be selfish. Don't be entitled. Keep your privilege out of my face, because just because that man was nice to you does not negate what he did to the rest of the world, the YouTube community, children, and the black people that reside here in this planet. Ryland said Shane has had to address his past more than most people. Well, you know what, Ryland? Shane has done more in his past than most people, and he hasn't really been fond of taking accountability for it, has he? Has he? What is he doing right now? Retreating from the internet? Is he really doing anything to address it? I think not. He's saying we need to champion transformation and we need to like not cancel people altogether. What has Shane done to not deserve cancellation? Ryland, what has he done to be changing? Because you're saying this is in the past, though those videos were kept on his channel up until a few weeks ago, though he was so embarrassed by them, right? But they were only deleted maybe a few weeks ago. Explain that, Ryland. Explain to me why something that was so embarrassing was kept up and monetized for so long. I'm waiting. But okay, let's give Ryland the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna try to be nice and be like, okay, Ryland, Shane's changed, right? He's changed. Where has he shown that he's changed? I'm waiting. Where has Shane, he has maybe asked for forgiveness, not from everything. He definitely hasn't addressed the Smith family or a lot of the child stuff that he's, but okay, where's the change? Where is him striving to transform? Where is the behavioral difference? Where is him reaching out for help? Has he, I don't know, held a Congress, a cabinet meeting with a few black people so that he fully understands what he did wrong? Because to me, and this is why I'm a little bit triggered, because it seems like Ryland really doesn't understand why we're so upset. Ryland really doesn't seem to get, okay. Oh, the caucasity. Okay, and I know I have a lot of diversity here in my court, which I like. And I don't want the white people here and the Caucasian people here to feel attacked. I want you guys to learn from this to not be like Ryland. So I'm going to help you understand why Ryland is flapping off at the mouth and I have a problem with it. Black people have been going through this for years. Look at this video of a young black girl and her tears. In her mind, she says, in this video, God, it's just hard to even watch. I'm not watching this. I'll put it in for you guys, but I'm not watching. She breaks down and has like a meltdown because she looks in the camera and says, I'm so ugly.
So ugly. What?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You are so pretty. You all, shut up. Go in the room. When you look at yourself, you supposed to say, I'm so pretty. You are so pretty. Do you hear me? You got the prettiest little dimples. You are too cute. No, you gonna make me cry. You're not ugly. Girl. Oh my God. Ariana. You're not ugly.
This is gonna be the nastiest cum face thing ever.
Almost as nasty as the black girl's hair on the back of the box.
Oh,
It's people like Shane Dawson that perpetuates this idea in this little girl's head about how she feels about herself. It's Shane Dawson that made it okay to bully that little girl and little girls like me and my mother and my auntie and my grandmother. It's Shane Dawson that allows white people to come to my channel or to go to other black people's channels and tell us that we're crazy and we're delusional for speaking up against something we know is real. Shane Dawson made it okay to bully me as a child. And if you don't think that that hasn't had a lasting effect on every black person ever who's had to go through that, it has a lasting effect. Not only did that affect how I grew up, it affects how my brother is now growing up, because we're teaching him the lessons that he's going to get bullied for his hair, the way Shane Dawson bullied that black girl on the back of that cereal box for her hair. I now have to teach my brother not to cry and not to take it personally when little white people and little white boys like Shane Dawson or fans of Shane Dawson go to my little brother and pick on him because he has dreadlocks. when little black boys come home from school crying, that's because of people like Shane Dawson. He has had a lasting effect on children and on the families of those kids, on the upbringing of those kids, and then on the children of those kids. The people that Shane Dawson was influencing back in the day when he's, oh, it's so long ago and I was young. That Shane, you were like my age, the age I am right now, okay? And just so you know, I'm not stupid. I may be young, but even when I was 13, I knew better than to be racist. I knew better. Okay. This is why I don't let teenagers slide, because I know what it's like to be a teenager. I was a teenager and I wasn't stupid. And please stop giving me this. Everybody's done something bad in their past. Not like that. Please, can we stop trying to normalize that? Stop trying to normalize it. It's not normal. It's not normal. Everybody does not have a past like that. Somebody has a past of, I don't know, stealing a fruit roll up from their cousin, sneaking out of the house late at night, having a secret boyfriend, not being racist. So we're not going to normalize racism. We are not going to normalize having a racist past. That is not normal. I don't have one. I don't have one. Say what you will. I may not be perfect, but I definitely don't have a past like that. I don't have a past that I have to be embarrassed of or ashamed of or something that's going to come back and bite me in 20 years. I don't have that. You have nothing on me because it doesn't exist. And I honestly believe that 80% of the planet is the exact same way as I am. I do not believe the people in my court, my courtiers, the lords and ladies here that are present have racist past. I don't. I have more faith in humanity, I guess, but I would bet my left leg that 80% of the people on the planet do not have a past like Shane Dawson. So can we please stop saying everybody has a past? Yeah, everybody has a past, but not that. And this is just pure privilege. This is privilege, both types of privilege, because number one, Ryland seems to think that his experience with Shane Dawson is the experience that matters. He's the most important person. The entitlement, Ryland. The entitlement. Do you know that Jeffrey Dahmer was also a very good father? Did you know that? Took excellent care of his kids. That does not negate the fact that he decapitated other people's daughters. It just doesn't. You do not get to sit there and be like, well, I've experienced nothing but the best from Shane. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that he harmed other people. It's not about you. It's not. And that's why I'm just like, the caucasity to think that you matter in this conversation. You have the privilege of being on Shane's side. You have the privilege of being protected by Shane. Shane never came after you. He came after me and people that look like me. And he never really apologized for it. Shane never admitted to being a racist, which he is. Maybe he's not right now, but he has not yet admitted to ever being an actual racist. Neither has Jeffree Star, for that matter. And before y'all want to get in my comments and be like, Jeffree Star is not a racist. Yes, he is. When Jeffree Star, I can't believe he even tried this. So let me just break it down, because I want the white people in my court to be smarter and to know better than people like Shane and Jeffree. Most of you probably do, but I'm going to break it down just in case you guys want to argue with me in the comments, which I will do. I will do it. Jeffree said, I used a racist term towards other white people, not black people, so that means I wasn't racist. Jeffree, when you use the N-word or calling someone black as an insult, that is racism. If you look at someone and you go, oh my God, you're so ugly, you look like a black person, even if you said it to a white person, that's racism, because you're using the fact that being born black is an insult. It's so bad that it can be used as an insult. That is racist. Jeffree Star was a racist. Same thing with Shane. Shane, you're racist. He implied, and maybe he's not right now, but have we seen any improvement? I don't think so. Shane, in his mind, thought it was I said this in other videos, but Shane in his mind thought it was an actual fact that black people were dumb, stupid, and couldn't do things for themselves. That was the butt of his jokes. He was an actual racist. And if you guys want me to forgive Shane, Ryland, Ryland should have ended his little disclaimer after 2 minutes. He could have came on and said, you know what, Shane's done some things, I don't agree with it, and I hope you guys can forgive him in the future. Done. That's all he should have said. But Ryland, you just couldn't help but spread your privilege, huh? Because you've never been hurt by Shane. But don't be over here and negate my feelings. Don't be over here, oh, we need to not cancel Shane. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I'm going to remind you. I am here to remind you because Ryland thought we weren't going to notice. You thought nobody was going to speak up. Ladies, don't worry. Don't worry. I got this one. Have a break. I got this one. It is absolute privilege that some of you don't know how it feels to be treated that way. It is your privilege that protects you from the pain that Shane Dawson caused you. But go have a conversation with some Black people and so that we can let you know that has continuous lasting effects. And they want to be like, oh, Shane has changed. I want to see, like, you think you're going to come out and, like, ladies, some of you have been cheated on, right? Some of you have tried to forgive that cheating lion ass man. What would you do as a woman? Just even if you haven't been cheated on, imagine this. Imagine having a boyfriend and he cheated on you and then he says sorry and then decides to just like, we should all move on from it. Just imagine that. He's like, oh, babe, I'm sorry. And that's it? That's it? That's all you think? That you ain't giving me no sugar for my tea. You just think I'm going to accept an apology and move on? No, I expect action. Action. Ryland and Shane clearly haven't sat down with a group of Black people. Ryland and Shane need to find a group of Black people who are willing to tolerate their presence so that they can fully understand the impact that Shane has had over a decade of portraying racist characters. I volunteer as tribute. I do not like Shane or Ryland right now. It's because you're ignorant and you hurt me and my family and my friends and my people, but I am willing to bite the bullet. I am willing to, it's never going to happen. Probably will never happen. But if Shane, and I'm going to say this so Shane can't be like, well, I don't know, Black people don't like me. I can't get anybody to talk to me or explain it to me. Look, I will calm myself right now and 100% say, and I don't want any dispute from Shane in the future. If it is necessary for a Black person to sit down with Shane and Ryland and thoroughly explain the horrendous, negative, ongoing, long-stemming impact that Shane has had on the Black community, I will do it. And I will do it without yelling at you or trying to destroy you, or I will do it in the most calm and explanatory way possible, because that is not my job. It is not my job to fix your problems or to show you how to do better, but I'm willing to do it because even though it may not seem like it right now, typically I'm very nice and I'm very friendly and I typically have these very high hopes for everybody. So if I feel like I can make a positive impact on someone else's life, I will bite the bullet and make it happen. Now, when it comes to the whole children predator issues, I to this day, I don't understand how he can get out of that. Like, I don't see how he's just gonna up and forget that. I just don't see how you come back from that. But I do want to let Ryland know, remind Ryland, because I did the math, I looked it up, I like the law, and I'm a political science major. Like, I read for fun. So let me just let you know, the federal maximum penalty for one count of child pornography, one count of that is up to 8 years in prison. Now, Shane's been going on about this for about a whole decade at this point. So let's not be complaining that Shane's been canceled for, 3 months. Okay. He's been canceled for 3 months. He hasn't gone to jail. He hasn't been in like 3 months. 3 months and you're mad. I better not see Shane Dawson's face on this YouTube platform. I just can't. It'll trigger me. I'll drag him. I will drag him. He should not just be popping up and thinking everything's going to be all better. He should, unless he's posting a video of a gathering he did with a group of Black mothers so that he can get the proper lashing and education that he clearly didn't get from his, then I don't want to see Shane. I don't want to see him. I swear, he better not pop up with his happy little face and be like, over it. I will make a career out of dragging Shane. You cannot say Shane has grown. What has he done? As far as I can tell, all Shane has done is get better at ignoring problems. That's all he's done. You're like, oh, he shifted his content. He shifted his persona. Yeah. He never addressed what he did in the past. He never did anything about it. He didn't do anything to rectify the situation. He just forgot about it. Stopped talking about it. Just left it and moved on. Who would accept that? Ladies, if your man did that to you, if your man cheated on you and did that to you, would you just, accept it and move on? Or would you require that man to put in a bit of work for what he did to you, to prove to you that he was going to do better, to prove to you that he was invested in that relationship? I'm sorry. What did you think was going to happen, Ryland? What did you think? What justification do you have to say that Shane has grown at all? Proof where? Where? All he did was change his persona. That's it. He hasn't done nothing to rectify his situation with the black community. I haven't seen Shane do a documentary, which he should do, on him learning from the black community, learning about the impact that he's had, learning how to change things, learning the effects of his negativity over the past decade. That would be a great documentary. Maybe you should do that. Maybe that should be Shane's comeback. Ideas? I don't know. Call me. I got some ideas for you. We can make it work. But you're not going to sit in front of me and in front of my dinner and tell me that Shane's made a transformation. I would let that fly more if Shane had changed his hair color. Like, Shane has changed nothing. And I think it's just funny. I think it's hilarious. I think it's apt. No, it's not. It's not funny at all because it's a bold-faced lie. Shane is like, oh, I'm not like that. That was my past and I'm so embarrassed. Not only did he not delete the videos that he was embarrassed by, he then went and made friends with people whom identify or reflect the same negative person that he used to be in his own past. The person that he says, I don't like it when people bring it up. I'm not that person anymore. But you sure do like to hang around people that exemplify that same stereotype and persona that you used to portray on your own channel. The one that you're so embarrassed by. I'm just like, where's the transformation though? Where is the transformation? Do not gaslight me. Don't. I'm not, No, I'm not putting Shane Dawson's fire out. I am not removing his canceled sticker. And if he wants to get on YouTube, and Ryland is not gonna get on YouTube and pretend like we are in the wrong, because that's what this video sounded like. It sounded like Ryland was saying that, hey, you guys are canceling him for stuff he did in his Ryland, be quiet. Ryland, be quiet. I will send a Google invite to every outspoken black woman on this platform, and we will have a get together and roast our marshmallows over the canceled fiance that is Shane Dawson. I will do it. I'm very, very friendly like that. Black girls love each other. We will have a group roast. Did you guys bring the s'mores? You want some graham crackers? I got the chocolate. We will do it. Because it's not just me. It's not just me. It is unacceptable, and you're not going to sit here and justify that. I will make s'mores on top of your man's head. I expect better. Do not come back on this platform with that nonsense. Thank you for joining me here on this video. Typically, I'm a lot more friendly and a lot more happy, but this one just had me mad. This one just had me mad. It was almost like Ryland tried to undercover sneak under the rug, like I wasn't about to see him. Like, no. Tom and Jerry, no. Tom won this round. Jerry, you go have a seat. But make sure you leave your comments in the comment section below. Please be respectful, because everybody knows at this point that I am very medieval. I am a sovereign. I will hold executions if need be. Be respectful in the comment section, okay? Play nice. Give the video a thumbs up. And if you are not a member of my court, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that I can see your beautiful face again. I promise to have a much more happy, uplifting, wonderful video for you next time. I'm working on it right now. The laptop is right here. YouTube is blocking some of my videos. Not cool. I'm okay. I'm okay. You guys just know this was spur of the moment. You can tell I have no lashes on. I'm in like comfortable clothes. Like, what is this? But I'm okay now. I'm all right. Okay, and I'll see you guys in the Discord. We have our Discord chat if you've never been there. It's in the description box below. Everything's in the description box below. I love you. I'll miss you, and you know I will be back in a future video. Bye!